Yeah, I have my take on it, and who listens to my videos, it comes through sometimes, but and I had some experiences, so we're gonna talk about it. But I will give it to you, Alex. What's your take on the whole social media things?
If there wasn't second accident, I would say not to use it at all.
That's a good idea, yeah.
So yeah, this happens with people who dive into work or their projects, and that happens with me. Like you get in your own some kind of bubble, and you do not really understand how other people see the stuff. And here is the thing, like I didn't realize that some people still hang out in social media just to hang out in social media. They still check memes, or I don't know, they still followed this entertainment accounts,
Hmm.
and they don't need something like they don't need that you provide some kind of value. They just need you to engage, that you entertain them.
Hmm.
And every time I see or I get involved in such conversation where I realize that there is still this kind of approach to social media where people just hang out there. I don't want to sound rude, but yeah, I don't really understand why and how people hang out there just in order to hang out. Only, like in my case, I can see it like I know a lot of people, and I cannot see them in real life,
Hmm.
because they all on this planet, in different places. So it could be interesting thing. Other thing is learning languages in social media also is interesting thing. But there is a culture, and it still exists, just to hang out in social media. And I don't say that it's bad. I think it could be good because I see more and more channels that really provide interesting points of view on stuff, or some value, or even you can basically learn languages and other skills, in social media. But lately, I cannot say that I hang out myself in social media a lot. I go to Twitter to connect with you mostly,
Hmm.
or even then I see that someone engaged with info that I posted in social media in Twitter, and you know that I'm posting only in Insta, and then it's automatically spreads to
Hmm.
other social media. It's all because for me personally, social media not a best thing for personal health. We will come back a little bit later to it, which is why I decided to be a little bit stricted with how I use it. Which is why big played function of scheduling posts, where I just spread the posts through the calendar.
Hmm.
I just put it in future, so that I'm not getting spammy. That when I make 8 posts a day, and at the same time, it helps me to just I don't know. It helps me to forget about it. I just I don't use it like normally because it's not an application where I do the posts, which was just horrible for me experience because we spoke about it before. Like I like to work with stuff through the computer or tablet, not with phone. And yeah, so these things help a lot to me with this. And basically, I not hang out in any of those. I have Facebook, but I'm not there. There is hundreds of these notifications that someone wanted for me, and unread messages. Yeah, if someone messaged me in Facebook, sorry, I just cannot find it. There is too much spam and stuff like this. You know, these guys, they send you like, hey, I saw your Spotify page. You're so cool. We can promote you and stuff like this. And there is hundreds of such messages in my inbox. What about Insta? We can go through each one of those. Yeah, but now I would like to hear your take on this.
Yeah, I have a very multi-pronged approach. I'm kind of like, I wanted to say like a double-edged sword, but it's more like a triple-edged or fourth-edged sword or something, because I use social media for a variety of things. And, maybe let's start with the oldest one I ever used, and this was Facebook. And I'm not on Facebook anymore, and this is strictly because I had so many people there, and including, work-related people and my family and all stuff. And I realized I didn't want them to know every facet of me, because I became a little bit more like a official person or something, or how more like a public figure. And for some things, my deeply religious relatives don't approve of, and don't really think well of it. So, they're very prudish in some senses. So I didn't really wanted to know them, I don't wanted them anymore there. So I kind of closed my account. I'm not on Facebook anymore. That's the reason. Then I'm also, I mainly use Twitter to advertise my shows and my playlist and stuff. Sometimes I engage in conversations. So, with some people, I set up talks, or, they send me stuff. I kind of make myself at the moment still available, so that people can send me stuff and people find me. Also in my playlist, there is a link to my site, shellshockedradio.com, so that I'm still reachable. But I fear in the future I have to kind of make it harder for other people to find me, because I get more and more emails and messages, like you said, on Facebook, where people want to engage with me and send me stuff. And at the moment, I still like that, but I can see in the future that I don't, that I will make it a little bit harder for people to reach me. Not impossible, but of course harder. And this brings me to Instagram, because Instagram I mostly, or most specifically, use to reach out to people, to reach out to artists and people I want to talk to. So that's I really like. I'm chatting a lot there. I still don't really know how it works, and that's absolutely fine. I don't really care. All the Twitter posts I do, I also send the people on Instagram. So sometimes we make a story. I don't know how. I mean, I could make a story, but I don't really care about this, because I don't want to use my phone to do things. And because a phone is a phone. And just for your thing, I don't have it here right now, but I got a new phone, and it costs like 60 euros. And it's a dumb phone. It's not a smartphone. It can call people this is what a phone is about, and it can do nothing else. And I really like that. It's just, I saw, it's a really, anyway. A phone is a phone, and the phone is not used, or should not used, in my opinion, to watch movies and to do all the things. I mean, it's cool that you can do that, and so I'm kind of, like I said, multi-pronged. It has a fourth-edged sword. So because the next thing where I'm really active on is, where we are currently are on YouTube. So on YouTube, I also, for me, it's a multifaceted tool I really like to use. I watch almost exclusively on YouTube. I'm subscribed to a lot of channels where I'm, multi-interest things I check. I'm daily there. Honestly, I'm daily there for hours. I watch YouTube things. I listen to talks on YouTube. And of course, our talk is going to go there. So, YouTube is something very special for me. I also, I have a private account where most of my stuff is private, and where I used it because you said it earlier to kind of engage with friends worldwide. My wife is from Australia. And as our child was a little bit smaller, I see this gets me into another bracket. It was a little bit smaller. I did a lot of videos for them, just to show them the development of a child and stuff. And they are still there. They are, of course, not findable. They are private, and nobody can see them besides the people I intended them to see. And so this is a nice, engaging tool. And also, my daughter found these videos, and she was, that's so funny. Look me 6 years ago, 7 years ago. And we made it a habit to kind of, when she goes to bed, we watch 1 or 2 videos of her as she was a baby, and she really likes it. So, it's a nice, it's more like a repository of old thoughts and data, and I engage. On YouTube, it's not so easy to engage with other people. I sometimes wrote to people, but I never really got into a conversation with other people.
Where did you wrote?
I found a guy which music I liked, and I wanted, I said, okay, I like your music. You want to send it to me? I want to play it in my show. And he never responded. So, I don't care.
It was comments or what?
What comments?
How did you contact them? Through the YouTube comments section?
Yeah,
or
okay. I wrote him a comment, and I tried to find out, his address, because on the About page, but I couldn't find, so I wrote him a comment, and he never responded. So that's that. It's not, I'm not sad about it. I'm kind of, I have more than enough music I can play. It's it's not my problem. But if I like something, then I contact people and try to get it on my show. And then I wanted to also get into the bracket with social media and my daughter, because my daughter really she's also, we don't have a TV, and so she's very much on YouTube as well. So. She watches a lot of YouTube videos, and she wants to do YouTube also, as her own channel. She doesn't really understand how it works yet, but I guess, you have seen her popping up in my videos, and I'm kind of doing it a little bit purposely. I don't want to exploit my daughter, but I kind of want to get her slowly into understanding what it is, and that you kind of, if you record yourself, how
I think
how exactly, to slowly make her aware of this, because she, remember, I'm old. I grew up. We didn't even have a telephone until I was 7 or 8, and it was then a rotary phone. So it was kind of the internet. I remember the modem, where you could kind of whistle the melody to get on, the stuff. So, this is, and she grows up in a completely different world. For her, it's kind of like, oh, I grew up with a TV with 2 channels, in black and white. And she, I want to watch this and I want to watch that and da 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 da. So it's a completely different world. She grows up, and that's fine. And so I kind of want to slowly get her into it, and I don't mind having her that she has her own channel. We talked about it, that she can. What she can do, and she already has a plan, what she does on what she, for her it's a game, and it's fine. And for me it's a game as well, I treat it like a big game and want to see where I can get to. And yeah, so I'm cautious, I don't want to really exploit her, but I want to get her in. And she's often in my radio show. Tonight there's another radio show, and this time we will stream it on Instagram because I have still this YouTube issue, so she will pop up there. And yeah, so this is my take. It's kind of mostly I see the benefits. But this is because I think I'm older and I'm more grounded. But I remember, as I was still on Facebook, I realized, if I want to go to bed, or like an hour before I want to go to bed, I'm not going on Facebook anymore, because I got upset a lot on Facebook. I was like, oh no, why did he post that? And then I had to respond, and then I had, and oops, 3 hours were gone. Because when you lead there, and when you get there, and when somebody else, oh no, I didn't matter. You kind of. So Facebook was really good in kind of grabbing my attention and keeping me there. So that's why I was like, it was in stages as I got off Facebook. First I was like, okay, no, I should not go there if I, an hour before I go to bed. And then I don't want to really go there because it's so exhausting, because there's so many people, and I have to check and follow up, and when I get somewhere else, and then somebody, this is interesting, and then this is exactly what we want. We want to catch your eyeballs and keep you on the site as long as possible. This is how we sell ads, and this is how we stay relevant. And you said this a little bit. I started out and kind of checking my engagements on Instagram, how many people watched my videos and how many people liked and comment and subscribed. And I still do this a little bit, but less with like, I want to, what did really work on this? I kind of got to the point where, I think this is interesting and this is a nice thing. And when I do a video or a picture, and only if I like it, of course there is, this is Instagrammable. I can kind of send it to, this is a nice shot or something. But when I was like, yeah, but it's cool. And so in a way, I'm kind of working for the social media thing. In my head is like, this is, but I'm not kind of doing it like, okay, I haven't posted something in a while, I have to do it now. I only want to post when I think it's worthwhile and it's interesting, and if I have a time, of course. Yesterday, Max from my band and we were making a little impromptu video where I used a lot of fake blood, and I thought it looked cool, and I was like, I need to get it off now, and I need to go to the shower. And when I asked my wife, just make a picture, and then I put it on Instagram. Because this is exactly what Instagram wants, a kind of strong images where people like, wow, what happened? And when it really happened, somebody wrote to me, which I haven't responded, engaged a lot with, like, oh man, dude, are you okay? This looks, no, it's just a video, it's just fake blood, it's just, and then I had to put in, because I called the picture no comment, because it's just bloody me, like we are, And then he wanted to know if I'm fine. No, it's just fun. Stay tuned. There will be a video
not
later.
My blood.
Pardon me?
that's not my blood.
This is one of the things I wanted to say. It's not my blood. I don't bleed that much, and something like this. But anyway, for me, it's a game and it's fun, and yeah, I feel sometimes, oh yeah, this is Instagrammable. I should kind of do this, and sometimes I realize, when I take some pictures that it looks nicer in reality when the picture comes out. So some pictures I don't upload or something. But yeah, I'm engaging a little bit in Insta. It's fun in a way, and I'm using it, and I'm a micro influencer. I kind of need to engage a little bit, but I don't want to overdo it. So yeah, and maybe you want to talk about one thing on Instagram I really like. I said earlier already, I contact a lot of bands I want to talk to through Instagram, mostly Instagram, sometimes Twitter. Never so far over YouTube. It didn't really work, but yeah, Instagram is very easy to reach out to people, and that's why it's for me a cool tool, and I like it. And it works. I don't reach all the people I want to reach, because if they don't respond or something. But it's getting, it's my tool of choice basically, if I want to talk with someone. And the really last thing is, we talked about it in our pre-talk that. I had this one run-in with... I have two run-ins. I was banned by Twitter a couple of times because in the beginning I was really like, I want to get a lot of followers, and I was kind of following everyone, and then I found out that you can only follow this amount of people per, hour or something, and then they blocked me for a while, and, because I got really wild, but now... as you know, we talked about it before, that I only follow people I think you are really interested in my stuff and I'm really interested in. I'm not doing follow for follow, and I'm not doing, just random guys just to get, more followers or something. If you want to follow me, do it. If you like my content, then I rather have less followers, but people who are really engaged, because this is just a lot of numbers you kind of drag along and it looks good, whatever, but I want people who are interested in it. The same with my playlist, I'm really happy. It's growing very slowly, but it's growing. And by the way, I told you this thing. My Spotify followers for Megal Mudash, we're going through the roof. I don't get it. There's always people following Megal Mudash, but this might be just
Maybe
brand recognition or so. With people, I'm slowly getting a brand because the last night I got like over 12 new followers or something. It's crazy, and I get like 3 or 4 followers per day. That's the usual number I get, and I like it. It's cool. So something I do is working, but I just don't know what I'm doing. I think it's kind of like brand recognition. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Maybe it's algorithm stuff that recognize that you became more active. Maybe you started to do a little bit more on Spotify. I've heard the version where people say that like just do something at least, and it will already get you in front of people, And it's interesting topic, Spotify, because it feels like YouTube felt like in 2K8,
I have something
this
to
is
say.
how I see it. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, no, I just recently, one of my the people I follow, Joe Rogan. He moved to Spotify exclusively, and
Exclusively, yeah, I've heard that.
yeah, and he had and he's just recently talked about what the problems we had with him in the beginning, because like we have a video podcast, and yeah, there was this one episode from Joe Rogan where he has had Elon Musk on his podcast, and Elon Musk was smoking a joint, and this blew up big. It kind of, whoa, what happened? He got stoned on Joe Rogan's podcast, and the point was, if it would have been just a podcast, like a radio podcast, where you don't see the people talking with each other, it would have not blown up that big, because you would have heard it, and kind of like we were puffing or something, but here you seen it, you seen that he really did it. And so from what I could gather is Spotify is working also on a video version. So there might be videos soon coming to Spotify. I mean, we already started with, I guess you have seen this, you can, if you listen on the
Canvas.
phone, pardon me? Canvas,
Canvas.
exactly. Yeah, you
They
can
introduced
put
Canvas.
in Canvas, like little 7-second little things. And I guess we're gonna extend that to that you have full video podcasts, broadcasts, or whatever. And so we're becoming more like a TV station. We started out as a music streaming thing, and I guess we're gonna evolve into this. Anyway, this is just an interesting little thing that.
This is very interesting thing.
Yeah, there's some
Because,
benefits of video. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, when YouTube announced their YouTube Music, I was like, come on, I need just music. I don't need this video clip. I don't want to spend my battery life on this video. I don't need this. And I was like, it's so. I wanted to be on YouTube. I don't know. There's some kind of, I mean, I think we have similar approach on YouTube. I also like, it's my favorite place to hang out. Let's put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
I use it a lot in my trainings because I turn on some podcasts or documentaries and train. Yeah, so, and when this happens, when YouTube Music announced, and I download it, and I noticed that they use video channel. I was like, we don't need video channel. Just make. I don't need this picture, or
Mm-hmm.
this dancing people, which is pretty interesting. But I was thinking that we will have YouTube where we can watch video clips, and we will have YouTube Music if you don't want. I think this is what was their main offer. But now, if to think about it, you say that Spotify kinda working on this video.
This is
channel.
what I think. This is just my speculation.
I think you're
but-
completely right.
Yeah,
which
it,
is
it would make sense, absolutely. But yeah, it's my
you're
speculation. It's
completely
not
right,
confirmed.
because I think it's almost confirmed because Apple Music did it recently. Apple Music already has video content in Apple Music,
Mm-hmm.
and I think if they are kinda rivals, is that right word to use?
Yep. Yeah, it's a competition.
And I think they are in the same niche
Mm-hmm.
for the same client fighting. So this is, I think, why Spotify will announce it soon as well, because Apple Music did it, and for me it's a big sign that more and more platforms will go there, because Apple usually do not do stuff just to do. They usually analyze.
Mm-hmm.
They learn
They're a
on
little
other
bit
platforms.
like Alex Bogo from Second Accident. He's analyzing.
little-
He's not just doing things, but he analyzes.
Maybe it's Alex Bogo
he
more about
downloads
like.
he downloads things in his head, and then he analyzes it, and then he thinks about it a lot, and then he does.
I think
so
it's more about Alex Bogo like Apple, not Apple like Alex Bogo.
I see.
Okay. But here is the thing I was trying to bring us to. At the very beginning, the king of this stuff was YouTube. It's like it seems like they was the first who connected video and audio with their YouTube music, what still provided video content, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what interesting, because back then I be like, I don't need video channel and stuff like this. And what we see now, other platforms start to do it. This is interesting thing.
We're coming from the other direction, you know. YouTube came from, you know, just YouTube was a different place. That's why I still, you know, have a fondness of YouTube. Even, you know, I told you that I had this run-in with a episode where the guy I was talking to talked about drugs, and then I got a strike on YouTube, and that's, you know, I'm not happy about it. You know, it's an adult content I try to provide. I'm not pandering to kids or whatever, but I'm still, you know, let's face it, for me it's kind of, as an absolute nobody, I can put things on YouTube and people can watch it. You know, of course, at the moment the algorithm doesn't really work for me, but I know in the future when I be consistent and uploading things, you know, the algorithm will work for me as well. And so I'm quite, what I want to say is I'm quite grateful and thankful to YouTube that it's so easy I can do this, you know. This is the same with making music these days. You know, everyone can has the tools for almost no money. You know, there's free programs. You just need you know, a computer or something, and then you can do your own music, and that's cool. I really like that, and it's kind of DIY, you know, do-it-yourself approach, and YouTube is still there, you know, and still helping you with that. Of course, we need to make money, and we have stuff, but my point is, I'm still grateful that YouTube is so easy accessible. I'm not absolutely fine with everything they do and how they do it, you know, but then again, who am I? I'm kind of I'm not afraid of saying, you know, if I'm not happy with a thing or something, but overall my happipiness is bigger than my unhappiness with it, because it's so easy for me to upload things, to do a live stream, to do this. You know, it's so, they make it very easy for people to engage with their platform, and that's what I really like.
Yeah, and also they created workplaces because
Yeah.
more and more people become like full-time content creators. And yeah, it reminds me SoundCloud, like if you, SoundCloud is a beginner pack. I mean, beginner pack for musicians. Like if you want to get to in front of people fast, simple, free, and without any problems, go to SoundCloud, upload anything you want, and I like they handle it pretty well, which is, I'm trying to say that there is a lot of beginning musicians on SoundCloud, but SoundCloud made this algorithm so that someone who listens music a lot like me could go there, and he do not get this bad quality music. I always glad to support bad quality music from the beginners, because I learned to find the idea behind even bad
Yep.
bad
I know
bad
what you mean.
executed project. But I
Mhm.
see. Yeah.
Mhm.
But at the same time, I like that Spotify, SoundCloud is able to do this thing, like to provide something that you expect it to provide, so that it's not turned into mess, you know. I have the problem with Insta. Uh, it's it's not able to do the same thing as SoundCloud, because if to think about nature of both of these things, they are both, including YouTube, three of them made it simple to upload the content.
Mhm.
But Insta not as good as Spotify in terms of providing the good content for you. I mean, the most relevant content, you know, because it's still simple to do the post for people around you, but it's still not that simple to for Insta to show you the posts you expect to get from it,
Yeah, Insta,
which
like I
is
said,
why.
Insta, I'm in a hate-love relationship, I have to say. I like that it's easy to approach people there, that you can connect. You just have to subscribe to them, to their channel, and then you can send them messages and stuff. Of course, this doesn't mean that they really answer you or something, but you can. And for me, it's easy to just reach out to people, and I reach out to 10 people and to reply. So fine, that's okay with me. And as you know, I mean, we have another talk now. I kind of slowed down the talks quite considerably because I have a lot in my back pocket so far, and I have now more people I can talk to than I have time to talk to. I mean, honestly, I would wish for the thing that I can do. I can do this for a living because I would like that. I would like to have my little video podcast show and my radio show and stuff, and could do this for a living. Just this would be fun. This would be something I would really enjoy. I mean, every job has its benefits, and you sometimes have to grind things and stuff. And I'm not saying that I always feel like, oh, I want to talk now and I want to do this now, but I'm kind of how you say, a performer. I get into it, even if like, oh, I have my radio show, but okay, no, but people tune in to me, and they like you do a concert, they paid for you to see you there, and then like, I don't want to let them down. I'm doing it for the fans. I'm doing it for the people who kind of come and pay your attention, and come to your place, especially in these days where we're back to where you have so many options to entertain yourself. People tune into my radio show. People watch my videos and all this stuff. So anyway, my point is, I don't feel it every day, but most of the time I really like it. And that's why I also have my little studio here, my hope is really, I mean, maybe I'm spilling the beans now, but I would really like to be a full-time radio host, promoter, interviewer, whatever, So if somebody sees it out there and wants to pay me for that, I'm here. Grab me. I can talk with people, and I can do silly voices. Anyway, so that's why I'm doing it, and that's why I will do it for the foreseeable future, for the next few years. I will do it and do it and do it because I will get better and better and better, and I will get more people to check it out. So for me, this is a long run game. I'm in a marathon and not a sprint.
Yeah, totally agree. And I say same here. I'm also have some plans on YouTube, but at the same time, it's this kind of relationships when you cannot fully trust the
Yeah,
platform
that's true.
in
That's true.
terms of.
If a platform is gone, I'm gone.
Yeah, this is exactly what I wanted to say. Like, I'm really excited about thinking to make a full-time job on YouTube, but I not focused even close on this because we spoke about it in one of previous episodes that there is expert that know where stuff going because they're professionally focused on researching stuff and predicting stuff, and we are not those people, and we don't know what is going to happen with YouTube. At the moment, it feels fine. They still add some stuff, but yeah. At the same time, we see the growing Spotify and changing market. Basically, we see more and more stuff like, I see a lot of stuff like sub YouTube. Let's put it that way, where YouTubers starting more and more speak about other stuff and podcast platforms and learning platforms were same YouTube basically, but only about learning and paid learning. It seems
Fragmentation.
like people realize that they can make more, as on YouTube you have these paid subscriptions,
Mm-hmm.
like something like support memberships for your subscribers, and monetization. I don't know, and most of these guys, they use like advertisement, like inside of the video, not in, and they like outside. They make income outside of YouTube, like
Mm-hmm.
they speak outside of YouTube. They get this money for this paid message, basically. And I see it's a thing that YouTube has to do something with, because it feels like if they won't do anything about it, they will grow the conqueror, the competitor from this point.
Mm-hmm.
Some platform will find, it's my opinion of course, but it feels like if they don't do anything with this, if they uh, will not expand, options to earn money for people, it will grow the competitor for YouTube. More and
Yeah.
more you can see that.
I'm.
I don't know. I've noticed
Yeah, yeah.
that
I,
more
I
and
hear
more
you.
people.
You wanted to get my take on it. I of course I don't know, but what I know is, I mean, the facts is, um, Google belongs to Alphabet, and this is one of the biggest concerns. I mean, firms in the world. So we have tons of money, and we can, and I'm pretty sure they are foreseeing all the things. As well, so we're not blindfolded and just waiting for the competition. We can either buy the companies that make what's their competition, and just swallow them, or just copy stuff. And I think YouTube still has some things going, because like I said, it's ease of access. We are the longest running company in this regard. We were the first, and so we are and from what you're saying, with a fragmentation of a market, I get it. There's learning platforms, and there's I don't know, house building platforms and whatever. But on the other hand, in YouTube you have all of this. You have different channels for different subjects. I told you about the one channel I'm following, the gun channel thing, and they're even on. What was it? YouPorn. We upload stuff on YouPorn just to be, because we are not monetized anyway on YouTube. We just want to be accessible, and so we already send it to 8 different video platforms, whatever we do, and they just, YouTube is just one for them. We just say it's still the biggest, the most people watch over YouTube, but certain things YouTube doesn't allow, they put on somewhere else. There's like, they cannot put in links to gun shops and stuff, and whatever. I mean, this doesn't really apply for me because I'm in Europe, I'm in Germany, and we have very strict gun laws and stuff. But anyway, my point is, we're already doing this, and I'm kind of started this a little bit with being on different platforms. That I'm also on Spotify and iTunes as a podcast, and once Spotify maybe has a video site as well, then I will put this video there as well, and as a podcast. So I'm kind of like more. I really like YouTube. But if there's a competitor or someone, I will upload it there as well. Because for me, it's kind of, I don't mind. For me, it's just where people want to watch it, and, to reach more people. This is kind of basically how I use, and almost everyone uses social media to reach people, and I'm doing it for fun, and I'm doing like a game. I want to grow, and so far it's working. I'm getting bigger and bigger, more eyeballs, more viewing hours, and whatever. And I really like that. And at the moment, I want to stay with YouTube because so far, not that I have really researched it, but now we're talking about it. Who knows? Maybe in the comments, if somebody tells me a different site where things, there's Vimeo and there's some other video sites or something, or like even Instagram. You can put things on Instagram.
With the
There's videos.
IGTV, right?
Huh? Sorry?
It's their IGTV that they try to compete at YouTube with.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
IGTV, Instagram TV.
Hmm. And yeah, I don't know. I think I can only refer back to I don't really get Instagram. I use it for some specific things, but I don't really understand it. Where I'm more like you said in the beginning, that you don't really understand why people waste. Let's put it this way: waste their time on social media things to look for memes and pictures and stuff. For me, Instagram is a big time waster. Because there's just pictures and oh yeah, look at this and look here my cat and whatever, and all this meme and funny ha ha ha, and so it's fine, it's like Facebook was in the past for me, and but if people want that and if people like that, why not? Why I'm kind of here on YouTube more because I like longer stuff. I sometimes I even when I find a talk about an interesting subject and I see, oh, it's only 5 minutes, I'm not even bothering about looking at it because like, oh no, this is too short. This cannot be good. I'm kind of specifically looking for long stuff, and this is easier on YouTube. And anyway, but I'm not. I have no loyalty problem. I can shift somewhere else, but I don't. And this is honest. In the foreseeable future, I don't see that I will go off YouTube because YouTube is easy accessible and it's mostly very nice to me. I don't earn anything on YouTube, but I'm reaching to people and it's easy to use. It's just fun, and like I said, even my daughter will have a YouTube channel one day. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think it's a great practice. I have something to add to your words. And what you said about Insta and about YouTube, and it in my opinion, it brings us back to this SoundCloud effect. I think the main thing that makes these relationships with Instagram that hard, and what makes with memes, and I think memes are bad thing. And I saying that, and I mean that, and I mean that people waste time, and I mean that they shouldn't do it. Yes, in this in this episode I will be aggressive about my words. So, thing is, why this is happening? This is because they not able to provide that that YouTube and SoundCloud able to provide. YouTube and SoundCloud, if to think about it, they make content creating available for everyone, but at the same time, this shitty content, in good sense of word, like not experienced enough creator, this
like
shitty
like
content
us.
will not get to someone, will not worster. I mean worster content. I mean much worster, like much worster, like the deepest stuff of
Okay,
internet.
got it.
What I'm trying to say is, because there is a lot, and it's a good thing that you do not notice that. It means that YouTube do its best, to provide the best content for you. But Insta is not able to do this, and this is what it's a problem. Because when I come to YouTube be like my guy, like, oh, hey Alex, I know what you like, here it is, check this out, and check this out, and I don't need even to subscribe. When I come to SoundCloud, same thing, check this out. When I come to Instagram, it's mess. It's just I feel outside the plate, It's like, what the fuck do I look at, It's just, it's the main difference, I think, between these platforms. And a lot of people like you, they don't understand what Instagram is about. And a lot of people like you and me have these love-hate relationships with Insta.
Yep.
And for me, Insta is a messenger mostly. I do not consume content like at all through the Insta. All I do is track progress of people I work with, like you or other people, and all this stuff. But I think they're missing this understanding what to provide to people, and this create this problem that people waste time, in Insta, because they could spend this time while consuming really good content.
Yeah,
And
but okay. I think I got where you're coming from, and you're right, But on the other hand, just face it, I'm also watching entertainment stuff on YouTube, I'm not like, I had a time in my life where I was like, okay, I only read very good books which kind of give me an advantage, which kind of make me grow and stuff. I read a lot of philosophy books and stuff, and I'm still reading, more interesting material. But I also realize it's kind of, you also have to have your fun and leisure activities. And so I hear what you're saying, and I see it the same way. There's a lot of time wasting, but even I scroll sometimes through Instagram and like things and comment on others. Oh, this is a cool picture, or you look good, or whatever, something. Because I realize, it's life is life, and sometimes I'm more focused and working like like you and kind of stuff. But sometimes you just have to let go, and in English you say let down your hair, and just enjoy things, and just be social, and just be entertained by silly memes, which doesn't really help you grow anything. But you chuckle for a little bit, and when you send it to 5 friends, and when we're like, oh yeah, this is funny, look at this cat and stuff. I mean, it's silly, but it's also human interaction. I mean, that's why I tell jokes sometimes or something. It doesn't really promote world peace. It doesn't end hunger. It doesn't do anything big, but it's just fun, and it's just having a good time with your friends and saying some silly stuff is also we are social animals. We need that, and this is so I don't want to. Yeah, I have my hate-love relationship, and I don't use it much, or try not to use it too much, Instagram, but I don't, I'll let it other people to do it their own. I see, of course, I mean, you heard of this also, we even have marketing people. They are kind of, we try to make you addicted to these social media things that you don't get off and stuff, and I can see the potential for that. But once again, I'm old enough to have learned my ways around it, and I'm just enjoying it the way it is. And if people want to just have fun cat videos and stuff, so why not? Who am I to judge what people do with their time? Because if I take this away from them and just go to this learning platform and do this and that, would we really do it? Would and
they
just
do, I think.
Yeah,
I think this is the problem. This is what I'm completely agree with you, because this thing with fun. I also watch fun, but fun is very subjective thing, and this is the reason. This is the difference between the YouTube and Instagram, for example. That Instagram thing, that fun is the same for everyone, and YouTube at the same time trying to figure out what exactly fun for you.
Okay. It's more tailored to your taste.
Yes, I think I don't say Instagram is bad. I say that their algorithm is still not ready yet. And when you come to YouTube, you kind of feel that you're welcomed, that
I
it
get it. I get
provides
it.
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, you come to Insta and you feel like you should not be here. It's like you will look at these cats. You will look at what we think is fun for you. We do not provide this fun for you. At the same time, YouTube like spread this little message like, feel free to let us know what you like and what you don't like. Because to be honest, it had same problem. And when you see something that you don't like, you always welcomed to like tap options under the video that it offered you to watch and say, I don't need that. And several times you will do this, it will not appear. You will forget about it forever. Insta has same function. You can say, I don't want to see it, but it don't care about it. It's like you will see just same shit but from other person, and this is the
They
big
don't really
problem.
get it.
And why I'm so angry about it, because now when social media is growing, when our lives more and more about this internet communication, even now we talk through the video content through the internet now, we need to value this ability. What I think the function of YouTube, it learns you, it teaches you to consume the content. It's not only trying to just
manipulate you.
To feed you some bullshit. Yeah, it learns you, and when you go to YouTube, you kind of learn about yourself. You try, I like this. You more conscious about this. You learn about yourself basically. Yeah, but when it comes to Insta, you be like, I don't say that they bad. I say that they useless, to be honest. In this point, it's like, what the fuck? Just
yeah, no, that's true. It's Insta is it's a lot of clam, but nothing behind it. It's a lot of fluff, flim flam, a lot of good looking things with nothing behind it. Cardboards kind of. If you look behind it, there is nothing. It's just a nice facade, but nothing behind it. It doesn't really gives you any substantial sustenance, any big things that you can really hold on to. Yeah, that's why I like YouTube.